Dany Ainge retires. Brad Stevens takes over as president of basketball operations. Is this the right move for the Celtics? Well, first of all, I just want to wish Dany Ainge a happy retirement. I don't know if he's gonna stay retired. There's rumors that he might go to the Jazz front office or something like that. I heard. We'll see if he stays retired. But shout out to Dany Ainge. I wish him the best in retirement. Brad Stevens. For a while, people were considering him one of the best coaches, if not the best coach in the NBA. There's even some crazy poll on Twitter where people were asking, if you were starting a new team, would you take the best player available, the best player in the NBA, or would you take Brad Stevens? That's the hyperbole that people were talking of Brad Stevens' names. Like, it was just ridiculous. He is one of the best coaches in the NBA. I still remember what he did with those Celtics teams that were undermanned, that didn't have Kyrie. He got them to Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, he's kind of underperformed these last few seasons, losing in the first round, but he's had some injuries. But will he be a good president of basketball operations? That is left to be said. After the loss to the Nets, Brad Stevens did talk to the media and said that they just don't have the talent. They just don't have the talent to compete against these elite teams in the NBA. And I agree with him. They need more talent. These teams in the NBA, the Nets, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Bucks, they're all more talented than the Celtics. They need to get more talent. Is Brad Stevens going to be more aggressive, trying to get talent? One of the downfalls of Dany Ainge in the latter parts of his career was that he didn't pull the trigger. He should have pulled the trigger for AD. He should have pulled the trigger for Kawhi and just, go all in. But he didn't. He was looking for the perfect deal. He did pull off two of the best deals in NBA history, getting Garnett from the Timberwolves and then trading Garnett and Paul Pierce in a fleece of the Brooklyn Nets. Just completely the most lopsided trade in NBA history. Those are the two trades that marked Dany Ainge's career. And I feel like he was looking for that third trade that was just going to mark his career again. And he always wanted to win big. And he just was hesitant to pull the trigger at the end. I think it cost him. I think if he would have just gone all in, the Celtics might have won a championship in one of these years. So I do think Brad Stevens is going to be more aggressive. You could tell that he knows that they need to get more talent some way or another. They just need to get more talent. So we'll see how he does. We'll see if he's more aggressive. But Brad Stevens, like I said, he is one of the better coaches in the NBA. Whoever is going to replace him, are they going to be better than Stevens as a head coach? Probably not. Is Brad Stevens going to be better than Dany Ainge as president of basketball operations? That's left to be said. Dany Ainge, he wasn't a bad president. He was a good one. So it's Brad Stevens has his work cut out for him to surpass him. Yeah, Dany Ainge didn't finish the best, but he didn't do a bad job. So is this the right move for the Celtics? Well, depending, I have heard players that say that they get fatigued from the coach after listening to him for so many years. It's just time for a new coach, for a breath of fresh air. So I do see that. Brad Stevens did say that he was getting tired, that it was waning on him, especially after the bubble. So I could see why he wants to step down as a coach and go into the front office. But is the new coach going to be better than Brad Stevens? I don't think so. So we'll see how this plays out. Once again, just Dany Ainge, if you do stay retired, happy retirement. You had a very good career. The latter part could have been better, but overall, you were a good president. Brad Stevens, I think he left a lot to be desired as a head coach. If he never coaches again, I think we all thought Brad Stevens had the potential to be one of the best coaches in the NBA, to win titles. If he ends up winning them as head of president of basketball operations, yeah, he's gonna get some shine, but I think he would have gotten more as a coach. So we'll see how he does. I'm a Laker fan, so obviously I'm not wishing the Celtics the best, but I do wish Dany Ainge happy retirement, and hopefully Brad Stevens does a good job. And it is funny. It's like Poetic that the Nets were the team that eliminated the Celtics in Dany Ainge's last season as president of basketball operations, because the Nets were the ones that got fleeced by Dany Ainge. Dany Ainge was called a genius. That was the trade that put Dany Ainge like over the top. Everybody thought he was the best thing since sliced bread. And now the Nets are ahead of the Celtics, eliminated them, and basically put an end to Dany Ainge's career as the president of basketball operations for the Celtics. The end of an era, and the Nets ended it. Ain't that poetic? That's some crazy stuff. We live in a simulation, you guys. Just crazy, crazy stuff.